Greetings traders, I'm back again to do a little trading today. It's getting close to the 4th of July and you'd think it'd be slowing down, but it's pretty active right here. So I'm going to take a quick trade using the system, and I'm just going to go for a quick 15 tick exit. Should be able to make it pretty easily. So I mean, I could go for more, but this would be a nice high mathematical exit right here, 15 ticks. So I'm going to take the trade here in a very shortly, and I'll be right back to record it. Okay, so I'm just reading here what the system is saying, whether it says it's going to go up or down. And I'm just reading it here. Okay, so I have gone short here for 15 ticks. The system says that it's going to go down. And I could probably make 20 pretty good, pretty easily. But 15 would be a very high mathematical exit to go for. Higher than 20. So I'm just going to go for a quick 15. That's all you really need. You just need the math to be there. And on this particular trade, the math is there. And it's all about using the system. Properly, of course. But that's what it's all about. So I am going to pause the video, and I will come back in just a little bit to show you the progression and the outcome of this trade. But I would say this trade has about I'd say it has at least a 70% chance, if not an 80% chance, of being successful for 15 ticks. That's a pretty high mathematical trade. So I'm going to pause the video. I'll come back and show it to you. It's getting close to the bottom here. Getting close. I think it's going to make it. Just take a little time to get there, that's all. But I suspect it won't take too long. Another hour at the most. And we'll be there. So I'll come back and show it to you. This is easy stuff though, you know? It really is. All you have to do is just learn how the system works. And then use it properly. And then you could know which direction it's going to go before it goes there. Doesn't get any better than that, right? That's the whole secret about trading, is to know which direction it's going to go. Because in the futures, you make the same amount of money going down if you go short as you do when you go up. That's not true with stocks. With stocks, the most you can make is like, you know, under 100% if you short. But if you go long on a stock, you say you buy a stock for $1 and then it goes over $2, you just made over 100%. $3 is 200%, etc. But on the futures markets, you make the same amount of money no matter which way you go, or lose the same amount of money no matter which way you go. They're both the same. So in the case of oil, for instance, if at one contract you're at $10 per tick, 5 contracts you're at $50 per tick, or per penny, however you want to look at it. So really, when you're trading oil or any futures or any currency combination, I prefer oil. But whenever you're trading a futures market, you don't care whether it goes down or whether it goes up, because you make the same exact amount of money going either way. It's only, so you see, it all comes down to your entry. Can you know whether it's about to go either down or up based upon some sort of methodology or system or technique or philosophy of some kind, or anything at all that works, right? I mean, if you rub a stone 3 times in it and it works, who cares? As long as it works. This system, though, isn't rubbing a stone. It's mathematics, which makes it nice because then it's no longer really subjective, so to speak. It's mathematical. 2 plus 2 equals 4. It never equals 5 or 6 or 7. There's no way you can mistake it. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Now, it's not quite that simple, but it almost is. Does it take a little practice? Yes, it does. Some people are really good at using the system right away. Some people, it takes much more practice for them. And some people, I don't think they ever really get it. So it just depends. Each individual's different, you know. Some people take to it like a fish in water, and they understand it and just run with it and just do really super well with it. But at least it gives you a mathematical way to measure and see the market and be able to take your entries from this, and it keeps your losses small by default, and it lets you hit, like for instance, I'm hitting a 15 tick winner on this one. Went down to 31 so far. My exit's at 27, came 4 ticks away. It'll make it. It'll make it. See, now a newbie trader might look at this and go, oh, but what if it goes back up again? I'll lose the profit. Oh, I gotta get out. When you trade like that, it's hard to ever make money in the long run, because what's happening is you're cutting your losses, cutting your winners short, and then most likely you're not cutting your losses short either. So what's happening is you're taking bigger losses than you are winners, never getting anywhere. You need to have a system where it can be right a great deal of the time, so that most of the time you're in the green, not the red. And that also what you can get. Like, I could have taken 10 ticks and I would have gotten it already. The math on that would have been very high. And sometimes it's better, just if you're going to play it like that, to play a larger contract size and then just do the smaller amount. That works. I mean, it works. It absolutely works, especially on a trade like this. This is sort of a special trade. That's why I am going for 15 and not just 10. Otherwise, I'd just be going for 10 on a normal trade, like I've been doing. Let's see here. We've actually got a major indicator coming up, but let me think about this. But there's no way, because it would be going against. Yeah, so this is right now we're in a very high, still in a very high mathematical trade. In other words, the math on this trade still says it's going to make that exit and probably go down even more than that. But if it's slow, it doesn't go down too much, it should still make that exit. Let me think about this. Yeah, it should still make that exit. Very high mathematical probability that it will. Now you see it going back down. But will it go back down and break that 31 and go down and hit the exit? Let me just take another look at this. Yeah, the mathematics on this trade look very, very good. Okay, it just gave a buy entry using the normal system. Okay, but this is a special trade, and this special trade will override that little buy signal. I mean, it might go up, back up to here, even to my entry. It's possible, but it's going to go down. So the real trade is from here, where I took it, to here, to where I'm going to get out. That's the real trade. That's where the money's at. So I'm going to stay short. All I can tell you is that if you want to trade the absolute best system that you could possibly get, then this is it. There's no doubt about that. It's just a matter of you applying yourself and getting really good at this. Learning it inside out, exactly how it works, be able to read it on a consistent flowing basis and flow with it. As it changes, you change with it. And you're always able to just take advantage of it at all times. Sure, you get some wrong here and there, no doubt about that. But for the most part, you can just, as you get better and better and better at it, it won't get you as much. And you'll just start taking the right trades. You just know. Like I said, this is a special trade. That little buy signal is going to get overridden as we go forward here in the chart. And then it's going to come down and break below this low and go hit the exit. How low it will go, I don't know, but the exit is within the sweet range. So it's going to hit that exit. May only go down to 20 or something like that. Or maybe not even that low, maybe only 22. But it'll hit the 2.7. You say, well, how do you know that? Well, there is a way. There is a way, and there's a way through mathematics. Simple math. But if you want to take your trading to a whole new level, and to a level you never even dreamt could be possible, then this system is your system. especially if you're somebody who likes to learn and study and apply yourself really well, something that can work. This system is perfect for you. And as far as I'm concerned, I mean, why would you want to do anything else? If you're going to play with money in the market, you want to make money. It's pretty serious business, right? Be able to push some buttons and make some money at home. It's pretty serious business. If you want to be able to do something like that, then you should be learning the best system that you possibly can, and you should be applying yourself as much as you possibly can. I hope to be able to help you over time with these videos and my blog, to be able to help you in that way. Because there's a lot to know about being, a professional trader doing this for a living. There's a lot for you to know. And I can't just explain it to you all in one day. So it'll take time to explain it, but that's my goal, is to do that and to help you learn how to trade. Okay, you can see I'm still in this trade. We take a look at any kind of a signal I've got. It's pretty slow. It's just gonna break here soon, and then once it breaks, it'll make the exit pretty quick. It looks like it's gonna do it here very quick, very soon. Just wants to press down. I told you it's a special trade. 15 ticks is, at least 70, if not 80% success rate. So you always want to, when you play your money, always want to play it mathematically. What's the math on the trade? Forget about what you think, what you want. What's the math? You should always play the math. Because if you always play the math, where to go to 28 and I'm at 27? If you always play the math, you'll come out ahead. You're going to say, well, I don't know what the math is. Yeah, that's true. It takes a skill to learn what the math is. With this system, it'll help you, though. Really help you, because the math is built into the system. So every time you take a trade, the whole reason why you're taking it is because you can make your exit. If you couldn't make your exit, what would be the reason of taking the trade? In other words, a trade isn't successful unless it hits the exit. But that if it does hit the exit, then it's successful. It's a successful trade. And 1 penny away isn't good enough. It has to hit the exit and get you out. Then it's a successful trade. Being able to hit those is crucial, vital. Like right here, finally gets me out. But did I try to get out a penny when it was just sitting there under a penny? No. Why? Because I knew the mathematics in advance on the trade, just like I had said. And then it did exactly what I said it would do. You say, how do you know? Well, there's a reason. There's a reason why. There's a reason why this works. And it's a secret. And but make no mistake, I mean, it's the most powerful secret in the entire trading industry. There's no doubt about that. I think my videos are proving that. And I'm teaching how to do it. You can learn it. It's not that hard. We'll take some application on your part, some study, take some practice. You shouldn't just come out here and just open up a live account and go do it. What you learn through teaching, through my teaching of these videos. You shouldn't just learn that like that and then just go trade in a live account. You should practice. Practice first and make sure that you've got this down. And not just that you have one good day or 2 good days or even 3 good days, but that you're able to, you can manage through your bad days. You can hit more good days than bad days. And as you get better and better, you'll have less bad days and be able to manage them better. Really should practice. But if you were to practice this every day for, I don't know, a month, if you had it full time, you could get really good at this. And be able to nail these trades and be able to make, really good money. And the longer you do it, the better you'll be at it. As you can see, hitting 15 ticks, nothing to it as long as you know what you're doing. This system that I'm using is the most powerful system that you could possibly use or know or understand or learn about that there is. Nobody has a more powerful system than this. Nobody. It would be an absolute mathematical impossibility for them to have a more powerful system. I mean, that was just one trade I took. I can take trade after trade after trade and get them right. Using the system. But I just wanted to demonstrate that you don't need to do that. You can just take one trade. Because like I said, that was a special trade I just took. That's why I went for 15 and instead of only 10. As you see, I could have gotten, let's say I went out at 27, I think it was. Yeah, it only went to 25. So you see, it came. I was threading the needle down there, but it made it, didn't it? Amazing, huh? I say, it's impossible for you to know that stuff. It's not impossible. And there's a reason for it. And you have to figure that reason out for yourself. But let's just cut to the bottom line. Regardless of the reason, it works. You could do really, really well with this. You just need to learn it, apply yourself, practice it. You can do really well with it. Not everybody can, but a lot of people can. I don't know what the percentage is. If I knew, I would tell you honestly, but I honestly don't know. A lot of people who do it and are successful don't like to talk about it because they don't want other people to know. I think just the reverse. Some people who do it aren't successful, but they're embarrassed by that, and so they don't want to talk about it. So, for different reasons, people don't tell me. I mean, some people do, obviously. And they tell me, and they say they're doing really well, blah, blah, blah. They just made, $1 today, and, 100 ticks, etc., etc. All this, I get a lot of feedback. But the one thing I want to stress before I get going is that all normal trading is like so subjective. I mean, this system is almost virtually the exact opposite of that. But it does have some of it, some subjectivity to it. That's true. It's sort of in your ability to be able to read it. But if you can read it properly, then you can play it properly and make money from it. If you're not making money from it, it's because you're not reading it properly. Therefore, you're not playing it properly. Therefore, you're not making money from it properly. It's really that simple. But when you're playing it properly, you'll sure enough know, because you'll be getting trade after trade correct. That's what's so nice about it. It's got a built-in safety factor to it. You're either winning and it's working, or you're doing something wrong. And also it's all mathematical. So once you've got the math right, bingo. Like putting in an ATM card and putting in the wrong PIN number, not going to work too good. Put in the right PIN number, bingo, money comes out. Same exact thing with this. You got to have the right PIN number. You got the right PIN number, punch in the right code, bingo, works. You win trades. Money comes out. Shows up right here. Have that money wired to your bank account anytime you want. Bingo. PIN number works. Same thing with this. That's all this is. And every day, you got to get your PIN number. Got to know what your PIN is today. Like right here, it's about to give a buy entry. It's about to give a buy entry right here, which means that it bottomed down here, just made it by 2 pennies down here. 15 tick exit. Anyway, I am going to get going for the day. I just wanted to show how easy it is to make a quick 15 ticks if you want. I mean, you could take money from the market like an ATM machine. But it takes patience, it takes discipline, it takes knowledge. It takes practice and some skill and some experience. Really helps too. But you got to get started somewhere, right? All I can tell you is this system is, if you want to get started in trading, this system is it. As far as I'm concerned, there is no other system. This is it. This is the ultimate system. This is the only system. So, but I show that in the videos, and you can judge that for yourself. So anyway, I'm going to get going. Happy trading out there, traders, and hope that you're doing well. I'll be back with more videos. Happy trading.